Welcome, everyone, to the Match of the Day, brought to you by the BBC. According to some, we should be not doing this show, but the BBC reached out to us at the very last moment, and so we decided to take it on to not leave them hanging. They are an institution, after all. So you're not going to get Gary Linklater tonight. Linkacker, I think his name is. It's going to be me, Dr. Norbert, coming to you from London. And I'm with my regular co-host, the Huggy Bear. Hello, Huggy. Hello?
Is it for real this time?
It's for real. You are live. That's right.
Oh, okay. Hello, Norbert. I'm good. Excited for the game.
Yes. Now, if you're tuning into, go. Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you're tuning in for the match of the day and expecting some football matches and highlights and such like that, that's not going to be happening tonight. Again, because of the problems with the BBC at the moment, we're going to be streaming a game of Marvel Crisis Protocol instead. So for all you football fans out there, sit back and relax. You're in for a big treat tonight.
There will be highlights. So many highlights.
Just to clue everybody in, we're excited. Both Huggy and I are ecstatic because we are streaming the first game from the Season X Finals League. So this is where, after the Swiss rounds are over, the players who went 5-1 or better get to go on to elimination rounds. And so we're going to be watching tonight the round of 32. Which means like the first round of 5, basically. And these are single elimination rounds. So people will, if they lose, they drop out of the tournament altogether until there's just one winner of the entire league for Season 10, Season X. So tonight we have Niklas Bergmark, also known as Nibe, from Sweden. And he is playing Polar, from also known as Victor, from Denmark, and also I think a newer player. So whereas Nibe's a veteran, so exciting times for both players here tonight.
Another Scandinavian showdown.
Yes, indeed. We'll see whose longboats are more successfully breaching the shores of the other's country. Because you are, I don't know where Nibe is. You tell me again. He's not in Malmo, is he?
He's in Stockholm.
Stockholm, yeah.
Which is basically so far north, from my perspective, that it's almost a different country.
All right. So tonight's map is brought to us by Zayton. Woo! One of the developers. Yeah, Zayton. He's one of the developers of the mod. He made this map. Nice, clear, clean map. I like this one. And very classic MCP. Good way to start the finals season. I just got a message in from Nibe. He said Polar won Prio and chose Secures, and so Nibe chose 18 Threat. Now,
looks like we got Extremists and Hammers.
Right, so let's take a look. Who chose Secures? Victor did. So let's take a look at the Secures first. Yeah, it's Riot Spark, classic D-shaped, where you can heal yourself or somebody within 2. Each is worth.
Secure from the core box.
Yep, and Fear Grips. Which box did this come in? Fear Grips.
In the Thor Valkyrie box.
Of course, makes sense. So this is where there's 4 hammers on the table, and if you have one or more, they add a die to your attack rolls, but you have to pay an extra power before playing a team tactic card.
Well, technically, these days it's from the download from the ANG homepage box.
Yes, fair enough. Now, I'm going to get ourselves situated here on the board, but we have the... so the people at home understand what we decided to do this year with the finalists is we asked the players who made the finals if they wanted locked rosters or open rosters. And the vote was 60-40, I think it was, for locked rosters. So we actually know in advance now what everybody be playing for the next 5 weeks. Did you have a chance to look at it? If you're looking at, if you're watching this at home, Longshanks event number 7699 is what you want to point your browser at, and that'll tell you all the different matches and also what the rosters are. Did you have a chance to look at them already?
I did not, so I am gonna bring it up now.
Cool.
And perhaps you can help me along. until I get there.
Yeah, of course. So on Match of the Day, I've never watched the show, so I don't know what goes on. So we're going to do whatever we like and call it Match of the Day. We're also going to be incredibly impartial because apparently that was a big problem, which caused us to get this Match of the Day today. And hopefully people who are native people who like football on the chat can tell me a little bit about it, and I'll try my best to mimic what goes on during those shows.
Awesome.
But I think one of the things they must do is go over what kind of players are on the field and things like that. So we could do that with our with our rosters. Oop, looks
Indeed. And now we have teams, squads even.
Yeah. So I'm going to quickly go through them. Yeah, they're asking about timers. That's the other thing that's different about it is that we also will be doing timers. How long? I think we said, I think it's set for 3 hours. It's 1 hour each. I need to double check that, but I'm pretty sure it's 1 hour each. Because I think the overall time is supposed to be 3. Let's see.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Considering I wrote the rules, I should know, but it's the last thing I'm thinking about now after so many months.
Given the teams here, it looks like they picked 18 points.
Yes, they did. Why is that? Why is that good or bad?
I was just eyeballing the Thanos team on the Swedish side of this game.
Okay. So now we have to say, because like I said, we have to be impartial or else we're going to get in trouble with the BBC. You are a Swedish person. And so everybody has to be careful not to let him get away with any kind of like favoritism when it comes to Nibe's play.
Well, like I said, it's basically a different country up north in Stockholm. But...
Okay. So no, there's no danger of you being less than impartial. Got it.
Yeah, and the fact is that Nibe is coming to our event down here in the south next weekend, and I suppose that if he's knocked out tonight, then perhaps he will switch up his list entirely, and I will have no clue what he's going to be bringing. So maybe that's a slight boon for me to cheer for him, but then again, there's I always had a soft spot for the Danes, so color me 50-50.
Right. Okay, cool. I'm getting closer to the rules. I think the guys are trying to figure out how to change the clocks, but it looks like they've done it. Yeah, cool. There's one other thing. One more thing I have to tell them. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure these guys are playing correctly, and I need to get up the rules, which is taking a little bit of time to do. I think it's 1 hour each, but I believe the overall game clock is 3. That's what I'm hesitating about. I'm almost there.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, almost there. So tell us about the rosters while we're trying to get this time thing sorted out.
So Polar has brought out his new and shiny core of Kingpin, Ulik, and Rhino. Very popular among criminals these days. And on top of that, he's got Lizard and Bullseye, who are 2 very classic criminals choices. Lizard is fast and tanky, which is all you want with Kingpin leadership, and Bullseye is an affiliated 2 with some nice shenanigans for getting away with extracts, parting shot, namely. So I'm guessing he will be trying to approach this game blitz style and try to score out as quickly as possible with his tanky characters staying alive against Nibe's kill team. Absolute kill team here with Sexy Strange, Mordo, Wong, and Senor Thanos.
Nice one.
It's very interesting. I, for once, would personally, I think that he has perhaps one too many support characters. Both Mordo and Wong are not. They're very good at augmenting or enhancing the strengths of their fellow squad members, but they aren't pulling that much weight themselves. So Nibe is going to have to rely on Strange and Thanos to do all of the work, more or less. And it'll be interesting to see whether he manages that.
Let me look at the Taxes cards real quick. He chose Eyes on the Prize, Plane of Poldark, Mission Objective, Ironbound Books, and Book of Cagliostro. Any surprises there to you?
Not at all. Perhaps Eyes on the Prize, given the fact that he doesn't have priority. So that means that Polar can more or less deny. Well, then again, he has two characters who are good at walking up and stealing stuff. So we'll see. And maybe he's planned Thanos steal of the hammer on the opposite middle. Because the Space Jam double move plus Eyes on the Prize, I think he can do that without Eyes on the Prize, actually. But that might be an interesting play.
All right,
coming up.
Going over to Polar from the Denmark side, the contender, I would say, is Ulik. I think that's sorry, Kingpin, Ulik. Who's this?
Ulik.
Yeah, but there's like 3.
Rhino.
Okay, there we go. Rhino, Lizard, and Bullseye. What a great team. I love this team.
Yep.
Wow.
Really great. I just talked it over, and it's certainly pointing towards a blitz tactic style, where he's going to try to stay alive and score out as quickly as possible.
So the other Nibe wants to do the same thing, I think. Well, he's attrition oriented. So they're both going to try to speed this game up, aren't they?
Indeed. The interesting thing to see here is that when it comes to playing against Thanos, it's really, really hard to try and win on control against him.
Yep.
Because he is excellent at just ruining the day of any scoring hungry team. So what you usually want to do is to try and just take the fight to him and try to get him down. And Rhino and Ulik are certainly competent in that department, although I not too sure about Lizard.
Just writing a quick note. Okay, cards we have. This is a robbery. Very expected. Shadow Organization. That's the one where you have to be within 2 of people who spend power when they play it, or else you can't attack them. So it's kind of like super stealth.
That might throw a spanner in the works of Doctor Strange, for sure.
Patch Up, Mission Objective, and All According to Plan, which is to let you steal back priority.
Yep. Might be very impactful in this game, because the Convocation team is in pole position to have prio for most of the game.
Right. So who won prio again? It was Polar, wasn't it?
Polar.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And apparently we're now seeing Bullseye grabbing the hammer on his.
Yeah. Ooh, is there a card being played already? Yeah. Eyes on the Prize is being played. Wow, these guys are fast, so they know what they're doing. Their opening moves are right there. To orient people at home, the hammers and the secures are both in the same spots, here at the bottom of the screen, the top of the screen, here on the left side of the board, and also then on the right side of the board. So far, yeah, go ahead.
It appears that Bullseye went up to stand on the point and did not pick up the hammer.
Yeah, hammer's still on the floor, but he is contesting the point. Interesting. Meanwhile, Doctor Strange moves down to the bottom and is picking up the hammer, which is going to make him super lethal because he's pretty strong as it is.
Yep, and now he's got 2 hammers.
Oh, he picked up the one right by him, did he?
Yes, thanks to Eyes on the Prize, he could do that.
Okay. So how do you get all the power to do all that?
He starts with 3 power.
Strange?
Yes.
How's that? Just cause?
Just cause.
Oh, wow.
That's what he does. Yeah.
Amazing. And Eyes on the Prize just costs 1?
Yep.
Wow, that's a powerful combo. Good Lord.
Yep.
Okay.
So the only thing now is that he's, you could argue that he's standing quite far up the board, but Polar doesn't have any particular threatening models on that board side. So Strange can feel quite safe, I believe.
Cool. So Lizard moved up and took the top hammer and is also contesting.
Yep.
Wong gave a power to Senior Thanos and then moved over to secure the right-hand console. And now it looks like Rhino is up next.
Yep.
Rhino picks up the hammer. And Joe Jumanji is pointing out that double hammer on thing makes Strange a very nice target for Rhino to come and steal it.
Oh, for sure.
Rhino is a wonderful character, loads of fun, great model. Play him if you can.
Interestingly now, Thanos will most likely take Lizard off of the point, right point. He could possibly even get. Why is Thanos on 4 power? Does he have? Is it not Senior Thanos?
Wong gave it to him.
Wong. There we go. Okay, so he can get both Lizard and Bullseye off of their points, leaving Ulik the choice of well, Ulik can only score one of those secures after those 2 characters have been moved off of them. So unless Kingpin during Polar's activation moves twice up to the middle where Bullseye is standing now, then Nibe has the opportunity to deny Polar at least 1 point, meaning that he will be taking a possible 4-3 lead, but more likely a 3-3 situation, given the fact that Kingpin is now standing and contesting 2 against 2.
Yeah, so for people at home, if you're not aware, criminal syndicates under Kingpin means that healthy characters count as 2 on secures. Right, so Kingpin has done that. So nobody is winning the secure here at the bottom.
Basically, this means he elected to make this a 3-3 rather than a 4-4.
Okay, and now,
as a criminals player, I would certainly vie for 4-4 because that takes us closer to the game ending because of scoring and not because of attrition.
Okay, Nibe's moving Thanos up and then is going to elect to portal Kingpin away. Who's got the 4th hammer? Strange got 2, he said?
Wong took 1. No. Lizard.
So Lizard and Rhino have 1. I'm saying, how many does Nibe have? Does he have 2 from Strange?
It's 2-2 on hammers.
Yeah,
2
yeah.
on Strange, and then
I'm not sure where he's hiding it because he's only showing 1 on the overhead display, but that's okay. All right, here comes Ulik. Ulik is a absolute Chad. I played him in Madrid, and it was so much fun, and he's so effective. Oh, I thought he'd go after Thanos, but no.
Yeah, but he has very long range, so he can still very well go
Sure.
with Thanos here. I like this development. We now have a position where we're gonna see a big brawl in the southern part of the table, because the positioning of round 1 has made it so that all of Nibe's characters, apart from Wong, is on that flank, and Polar has managed to get his 2 big hitters as well as Kingpin to that area, and Bullseye and Lizard are quite comfortable with standing and scoring 1 point each for most of the game here. Lizard could even try a number on Wong when he's built up some power to get a throw, maybe. But the interesting part of this battle will certainly be in the south, and who is gonna win the fight out of Strange and Thanos and Ulik, Rhino, and Kingpin.
Okay. Ironbound Books has been played. This means that all the wizards will be able to use their Mystic Defense against physical attacks this round. Very common round to use this card.
For sure.
And also puts pressure then on Polar not to wipe out Wong, because then Iron Bomb books could come back next turn already, right? Next round.
He needs to KO a model for that to
KO.
happen.
Oh, okay.
This round, it's only possible to daze characters since no one has already been dazed.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, cool. Got it. 4-4 is the score by virtue of 2 hammers each and 2 secures each. Guys are really motoring along here. Their opening moves were clearly well established in their minds. We'll need to talk to them a bit about how they felt about 18th threat, whether it was problematic for them or not. Because it was 18 or 17 were the choices, so. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Not sure. As I said that, now they've slowed things down.
Yeah, some important decisions to be made. When you're playing Thanos, you really need to make the most out of his activations, and in general, he becomes more and more impactful for every activation that passes. So if you can, you want to save him for late in the round, but if the opponent has managed to put pressure on him, then that might get a bit scary after a while. So I'm assuming that Nibe is taking his time deciding which character to activate first, save the more impactful ones for late in the round. It appears that Mordo is going now.
I was just checking who he put the leadership card on, but yeah, it's it's on Strange.
On Strange, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
and
last time.
And he's got it where they bump 1 if they get hit.
Is there any way for us to get to see the timers?
Yes, but they're
on the
not
streaming overlay?
They're not behaving.
All right, I see. Well, never mind then.
I will check. I will check on the.
That's horrible.
I will check on the clocks occasionally, but I don't. It's not important right now, is it?
No.
Okay.
No. Only the only time it becomes important is if one of the players fall severely behind on time.
Sure. So Mordo's attacking Ulik.
Yep.
Mordo wants powers. Ooh. That is 3 hits so far with a crit. And rolls into another hit. 4 into just 1 save, so that's 3 damage
too. Not bad at all. Actually,
just 2 damage through to Oleg. He's got that skin thing.
And I was the one saying Mordo doesn't do much work.
Sometimes this happens. I had
well, as I usually say, 4 dice attacks are better than 5 dice attacks.
All right, I gotta get rid of a spammer type person. Let's see here. I'm gonna report you. Spam. Where's spam? Boom. Get out of here. Spam. Next.
It appears that Ulik went ahead and charged, basically, for lack of a better word, Mordo.
Oh, did he do his jump? I forget what it's called. I think it's crushing.
The jump and then the crushing leap, or whatever they call it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so good. So he's decided to go in. Yes. Is he going on Mordo?
So incredible. It appears that he went into Mordo, yes, and caused him to take 4 damage.
Nice.
Not bad.
That is good. Why go after Mordo?
He is the squishiest character there, given the fact that Ironbound Books is up. Strange is really, really tanky, and he also has his Armor of Strange superpower. That means that if he rolls a wild on any of his defense dice, then he can turn Polar's attack dice into power for himself. So he's running the risk of boosting Strange.
Right. Okay.
By attacking him here.
Well, Nibe's elected. So this is what happened. When Ulik rolls a wild on his pounders, it moves you short any direction, by the way. Then Nibe elected to do the leadership, which pumped him within an inch. And then Mordo's got this thing where he takes damage. He can do a short move because of his boots or something like that.
Yep. When he's pushed, he's allowed to do a short move. It's a reactive superpower. I think it's cost 2 power.
Yeah. So he's done all that and just moved all the way onto the point, sitting on just 2 hit points left before a dazing.
Yep.
Second attack is going into somebody with 4 dice. I think that's Thanos. Maybe it's Strange. Not sure.
Likely Thanos, because he has 4 Mystic Defense. But that's not a bad attack roll at all.
No, he's got, my God, 3, 6.
But that's got to be too many. Oh, wait, did he do the spender?
He might have. He might have done the spender.
Oh my God, he put an activated token on Thanos because he got the Yahtzee. This is huge.
Amazing.
All right, we need to explain this, Norbert.
Yeah, here we go. So he used Shatter Mountains, Shatter Bones. Go for it.
Yeah. He managed to build enough power by doing damage to Mordo, so he could do his spender, Shatter Mountains, Shatter Bones. And if you roll a crit, a wild, a hit, and a skull,
yep,
in the same attack roll, that means you get to put an activated token on the opponent's character. And not getting to activate Thanos this round is huge.
Yeah,
for
massive.
Yeah.
Wow, a lot of people saying it's brutal in the chat. Nobody's got love for this. I think it's wonderful. Hooray, Ulik. We've got a season 10 finalist in the house tonight. Blair Bunk, welcome there, Blair. Glad to have you on the show. Scouting out the competition, I'm sure, which is a smart move. People having no sympathy for Thanos. Senior Thanos. Go back to Mexico. We don't like you. We don't like you. Okay. There's a bunch
of Wong is taking damage off of Mordo.
Yeah. So Mordo goes down from 4 hit points to 3. And then Wong is going to move closer to the action.
No, he paid 1 to use the Extremist console to heal.
That's what it was.
Because his Blessing of Vishanti is an action. So if he had used that, then he wouldn't have been able to double move to the Southern Secure.
And Wong also used that console now, the new console, to heal Thanos. That is a real bitch for Nibe, because Thanos only actually took 2 hit points because he rolled really well on his saves. But it doesn't matter. He's activated. But nonetheless, Wong has brought him down to just 1 hit point. And looks like Rhino is going to attack Wong next. Let's see how he does. 2 crits. Crits roll into 1 more hit. So 3 hits into no saves. That brings Wong down to just 1 hit point left.
Yep.
And now Rhino gets to move within 1. Did he remember his hammer? I hope so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe not.
I think he did. Yes, because he's rolled in total 8 dice. Containing 2 crits, so he must have rolled 6 dice to start with.
All right. Okay. And so he'll have another attack left, another action attack.
Yep.
Or it might be a robbery coming up. Yeah, I think it is. Wait, I saw some power being spent.
It's a robbery.
This is a robbery. It's so good. Sure enough, Joe Jumanji was right.
Oh my God, this is disastrous for Nibe.
Polar is crushing him. The longboats are on the shores, and he is scaling the walls of Nibe's Stockholm. Oh my goodness! Wow.
Interesting. He elected to throw Strange into Wong.
Yeah.
To do the last damage to him and get the daze. I was perhaps under the impression that he would be throwing him away to sort of force him, Strange, to either spend an action or power to get back on the point.
Yeah. What's the range of Strange's attack, though?
3. He has a range 5 spender that only costs 1 as well.
I don't think throwing him away, though.
He generally wants to use his regular builder to stock up on power.
Yeah.
And he also has Pierce on that. So
Yeah. So
I've even forgotten Bolt. I even forgotten the name. Forgotten the name. I used to play a lot of Convocation.
yeah,
but
I know.
I'm finding myself having forgotten the names of all these powerful spells.
Okay. While you
It's
yeah.
no, that's not the one. It's the Baleful Bolts of Baltak.
Okay.
How could I forget?
So I think what Rhino did is after throwing him. So the reason I asked about the range is because I think throwing Strange away wouldn't have put him out of range, and so I think he just wanted to get some value out of knocking out Wong.
For sure, it wouldn't have put him out of range, but it would have forced him to somehow spend resources to get back on the point, either by moving or by teleporting himself for 4 power.
Yeah.
So that's power not spent on attacking Polar's models.
Okay, and in his second action, I think he attacked Thanos again. Did I think only 1 damage despite a really good hit. Again, freaking Thanos. But importantly, he's moved him now within 1 of the extremist consoles. So Rhino is holding 3 tokens and is contesting, and Strange is now attacking him. Strange has rolled 3 hits, including a crit. Crit totals into nothing, so it's 3 into 3 saves. So Rhino is okay.
Yep.
Now, Rhino isn't the most tanky of characters. He's pretty good, but not the greatest. So he could go down. Ooh, that's a good hit. Yikes. That is 6 hits with a crit.
Rhino has a ton of health.
Yeah.
That looks like 4 damage.
Yeah, 4 damage. Oh, rolls a crit into another hit.
5.
Yeah. So 5. No, he's got damage reduction. Rhino does. So
Oh yeah, for sure. So 4.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minus effectively 4 should be 3 hit points, but he took 4.
Yeah, but he has Pierce as well.
Oh, Pierce, thank you. Okay, so 4 out of 7. You see, this is what happens. Rhino does not stick around if you dedicate some energy into him. Strange could easily have taken him down. His first attack didn't do a lot, but second one did plenty.
Well, it's highly unlikely that he would take him down in 1 attack, but
yeah,
over the course of 2, and he's also got really bad Mystic defense. Rhino, that is.
Yes, that's right. 2 dice.
Yeah. So very interesting. Now, Polar's characters will be sitting on a ton of power in the upcoming power phase. So maybe we will see an early all according to plan getting played after this.
Ooh, what's this movement now?
Scalpel of Strange.
Nice.
And this is what I was talking about, because if Strange had been thrown away, then he would have had to spend that power to teleport himself back to the point. Now he could spend that power on teleporting Rhino off instead.
Got it. Okay. And
another attack?
Yeah. I thought he did 2 already, though.
Yeah, I thought so too, but maybe that was something else.
3 hits, including a crit, into 1 save so far. Crit rolls into another hit, sadly. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's re-rolling some dice. Oh, God. That's 6 hits into 1 save. That is the end of Rhino. See, this is what happens. Yep. Oh, Mad One, thank you. He was saying Strange re-rolled all the dice on the first attack. That's why we saw 2 rolls.
All right.
Yeah, it makes sense. This is what happens. I am not surprised by this at all. Rhino doesn't stick around. This is why this is a robbery. You really do want to kind of throw people away and ideally run away with your second action.
Right. So the tables have changed somewhat here.
Yeah.
Because now all of the hammers are on Strange. Well, 2 of the 2 hammers that
sorry,
Rhino robbed are now back in the hands of Strange.
Yeah, playing a Poldark just got played. What does that do?
That allows the Convocation character to re-roll all of his attack dice. I think that this was played on Rhino, but they forgot to flip the card.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Now it makes more sense.
Okay. And that also makes it way more reasonable that he got taken down in a single activation by Strange, which also explains all of the re-rolls on the last attack.
I have to tell Polar that he's got the daze token on the wrong character.
Yeah. It's not Ulik that got dazed. It's
Okay, cool. And now Bullseye's coming in and doing some pot shots on whom? Well,
I believe Strange.
Okay. Strange is sitting on
Or Thanos.
2 hammers. Okay.
Seems like Thanos took damage here, but
no, it was Strange. You're right. You're right the
Yep.
first time. And decides to walk back
Yep.
and just secure that back point. And now Kingpin goes.
Very interesting.
Who's got the 4th hammer? Oh no, it was
Lizard.
Strange. So Strange has 3. Lizard has 1.
Yep.
Lizard's all the way at the top of the screen. If you've forgotten about him, poor Lizard. He's deciding to move in to get closer to Mordo. Does he have? He can't throw people. He can throw.
He can throw people, but he needs 3 power, and he's not gonna. Yeah, he's gonna retreat. Yeah.
He's just he couldn't make it to contest.
The placement here. He was standing too far out. He was standing. The secures on Extremis are shaped like a diamond, basically, at least in football terms or soccer terms, if you will. And if you're standing outside of the diamond, you're not going to be able to double move to another point.
Oh yeah, you mentioned this
Necessarily. And Rhino was outside of the diamond, so that's why he retreated back. But I was expecting him to place himself slightly further inside the diamond so that he can guarantee getting to the places he wants next round.
Kingpin moves up to contest the point and then attacks Sorcerer Supreme and does nothing.
Right.
He rolled 1 hit.
I think he's now spending 2 power to throw Strange. 3th level negotiations.
Aha. Awesome. Throw him into...
A wild on that attack would have been really nice for Polar, because that both stuns and pushes the enemy character.
Oh, look at this!
And there he bounces back. No points for you.
Nibe. Oh, Victor was not expecting that, I'm sure of it. Wow. What a round 2. Holy moly.
Yep. And interestingly enough, we're seeing the opposite development than expected. We expected the Criminals player to do a blitz type of play.
Yeah.
But what we're seeing here is him taking the lead on attrition. Well, sort of. But the Convocation player outscoring him.
Yeah. So 8-7. 8-7.
Yeah.
So Nibe gets 3 hammers plus 1 point, is it? Yeah.
Which certainly could have been way worse.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. And Polar, he's got 2 characters locked up on the top of the screen, but they're
all according to plan.
All according to plan, right? So this is where he's got to spend 10 power, which Rhino could do, for instance, and he
Anyone
gets
except Lizard
right
can contribute power here.
So he will get priority back, which is probably crucial this game. And Ironbound Books is gone now.
Yep. It's not going to return until a character gets KO'd, and Red Skull is not on the table, so he cannot infinitely recycle grunts. I wouldn't mind an errata to the Ironbound Books card where it says non-grunts.
Yeah. Okay. There was some roll. The roll was terrible. It's.
It has to be Ulik, I assume, because he's got 6.
Yeah. Into whom?
6 dice builder.
Okay, it was into Sorcerer Supreme, and he got the wild, so he gets to push him any direction he wants, and Strange gets moved off the point. Hi, Trim the Cat. Welcome, welcome. Huggy, Liam Watt says he would think that Ironbound Books limited to enemy effect would be enough.
Sure.
Ooh.
That would more or less mean the same thing.
Ulik did again very poorly. He this happens occasionally. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It happens to everybody. But Didn't roll the wild, so he's not throwing whoever he was attacking. Oh, but now they got refunded the power, so something else is happening? No, not sure.
That seemed like a disappointing activation by Ulik.
Very much so.
Definitely not worth the all according to plan.
Yep. That was really bad.
Now Strange is looking real dangerous to that Rhino.
I think it's Rhino he's going to take out. Yep, sure enough.
I think Kingpin is at the moment not particularly full on power, so
right.
He's not as big of a threat.
Okay, and he's got his dice boosted by Thanos, is I think what Nibe was trying to indicate there. Yep. He's rolling 5 hits. Yep. 5 hits.
So that means this is a 10 dice builder.
5 hits with effectively 1 save means he's taking 4 damage. Not good. Rhino is not long for this world.
No. This is looking pretty grim for Rhino.
What's this move for?
Aggressive.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But he saw that he couldn't fit the base in that spot, so...
had to go back.
Yep.
Krunstall is saying he's surprised that he didn't go with Rhino first instead of Ulik.
Yeah, that certainly would have been a possibility. Attacking Strange twice and throwing the Daily Bugle into him. He's not rocking the Ironbound books currently, so he could go down, and then you would have denied him the 3 hammers, which are now making his attacks utterly devastating.
I know, it's crazy. So he's attacking Rhino again with the second attack, looking to take him off the table.
Oof. Oh my god, 4 crits! That's good night, Rhino.
It didn't roll anything good. 6 blanks.
He can re-roll everything.
Oh, okay. But it doesn't matter.
But it's still enough. That's 1 very dead Rhino.
Wow. Strange is done. Now, all the actions here at the bottom. Kingpin, I don't know what he's going to do. Because Thanos is just going to motor him around.
Yep. There's...
Looking to take out Wong with Kingpin. Kingpin rolls 2 hits, including a crit. Crit rolls into a hit, so 3 into nothing. Puts him down, disappointingly down to just 1, I'm sure. So he'll probably just finish him off with his second attack.
You can spend 2 for street level negotiations. Throw him into Strange.
Oh, that's even better. Yep.
Then again, that would allow Strange to bounce back.
Oh, again. Yes, of course.
But that means that Polar will get to attack him with Kingpin, so perhaps he's not too interested in that.
How many times can this bounce happen? Is it once per round or something?
Once per turn.
Once per turn, beg your pardon. Once per turn. Mm-hmm. Okay, no, he's deciding to... Oh, no, this is the leadership ability, moving Wong a little bit further away.
Yep.
Okay, Kingpin has another action to go.
Looks like he spent power, so it looks like he is doing Hail to the King on Thanos.
Can you imagine that in real life? Oh, it'd be so funny. Kingpin be like, Hail to the King, Senor.
Oh my god, this is a ton of damage going into Thanos.
Woo! 5 hits. I don't know if he ruled the crit in yet, but he has a crit.
Ooh, and he gets a throw, but Thanos is immune to that damage.
Oh, so annoying because he's on 7 out of hit points. Oh, but he gets a stagger as well. Man, Polar is really...
And he does have street level negotiation. No, he doesn't, because he only has 1 power. Never mind.
No, he can't do anything after this. Polar really, really being a bully on the table today. Wow.
Donk.
Right, so he's thrown Thanos into Strange. Strange will have to dodge. Dodge is nothing. Ooh. So this is 4 hit points going into Strange. I think that dazes him, if I did my numbers right. Let's see.
That should do it.
Oh my, this game is nuts. What is going on? What an opening to Season X Finals. Round 32 tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, this is swinging all the way in both directions.
What God's name is happening? You see, the BBC should pick up our show, Huggy Bear, instead of that stupid football match thing they do all the time. And look how impartial we've been. What do you think? Go.
All the drama. You can't get more drama than this.
No. It's certainly going faster than a football game.
Notably, Kingpin only has power to pick up one hammer, so he's throwing the rest of them out into Africa.
It's always so funny. It's kind of like you hit the guy with all the coins and they just go flying in all different directions.
Yeah, you remember that old Sega Mega Drive game, Sonic the Hedgehog, when you get like dazed in that game and all of the rings fly out?
Yeah,
that's how I imagine this.
That's exactly what happened. It's strange. He's cradling all these hammers under his arms. Kingpin throws Thanos and he's like, ah! The hammers are flying everywhere. But Kingpin grabs one. He's like, yeah, hail to the king. Awesome. Wow.
You insulted Vanessa.
Whoa, Huggy Bear. What I'm certain of, Wookie Mart, is that both players here have definitely sacrificed heavily to the dice gods. The dice gods are fat and drunk on the sense of their offerings and are granting them all the luck in the world. Okay, so Wong, with his 1 hit point left, decides to move up onto the point, spends a bunch of power to heal Thanos 1, I think.
Yeah. Heal Thanos 1, and then a Blessing of Vishanti to remove the stagger.
Oh, that's what it was. Sorry. He healed him with the Extremis console for 1 and then removed the stagger with his innate ability.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Certainly a decent choice.
Yeah, that's Wong for you. Everyone used to shit on Wong, and look at him now. He's in the big leagues. All right, Bullseye's deciding to run away. He's like, no thanks, and calling it a day. Still securing the left point.
Yep.
Where's
his purpose in life?
Where's the other hammer that should be on the floor?
Maybe they're lying on top of each other?
I sure hope not. That's usually a bad strategy.
One hammer is on Thanos. Maybe a strange... mission objective. And he passed one on Thanos.
Clever. There we go.
Strange went down,
we missed that. We got too excited. Yep. Good use of the card.
Yeah, because Thanos is also pretty good at making good use of hammers. So...
Wookie Mark is asking about Fantastic Four. Yes, Wookie Mart, everybody's asking about Fantastic Four. We have no knowledge of it. My guess, anyway, some people's guesses, is that they're waiting for the next Fantastic Four film before that stuff comes out. But that's a sheer guess.
I would be incredibly surprised if they never did Fantastic Four in MCP, but we don't get to know stuff very much ahead of time. Basically, what they're spoiling now is what they're releasing the next month or so. So we'll just have to wait and see.
They do that big reveal day, right? When is that they do that?
Mini Extravaganza?
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to have that twice a year, but last year they decided to only have it once a year, and I think it's going to take place in May or something. I'm not sure.
Okay. So
or June, I don't know, sometime in the early summer, if I remember correctly. They used to have that, and then they spoil a bunch of stuff coming out over the coming quarter. But basically, we get like 2 spoilers each month or something, which reveals what's going to release next month or the month after that. So just have to keep an eye on Facebook and see what they tease us with.
All right, so now we have, I think it's
Senior
Thanos into Kingpin.
Yep.
Throws 3 hits, including a crit. That's 4 hits with the crit into effectively 2 saves. So he's taking 3 damage, 3 out of 7. And okay, but he got the wild, so he can throw him as well, couldn't he?
Yeah, he could, but that would make it harder for him to attack him again. So maybe he might want to be doing that for the second attack.
Ooh, what's this? Is he moving with his second action?
It appears that way.
Plus, he's looking if a move plus a portal gets him onto the back point. I guess he's worried about losing Thanos with 5 out of 8 hit points. Maybe, but
Indeed.
All that Polar has left to go though is Lizard.
He can still teleport Kingpin off of that point.
Yep.
Then he can walk to the southern point, score that, and not have to worry about Lizard coming in and using his criminals leadership to swing that, and then he can be well poised for next round to have a decent control round. The interesting part here, though, is that Polar is gonna keep Prio next round, given the fact that Nibe KO'd Lizard before he got to activate this round. So Ulik will get a chance to do the last 3 damage to Thanos, and if Thanos goes down before activating again, that might be crippling.
Right. So what happened with the second attack?
Unless he falls back too much on points.
Thanos punched Kingpin a second time, did effectively 3 hit points of damage to him, and then used his portals to move Kingpin off the point. He's using another portal to move Ulik further back as well.
Yep.
And
smart move. And now Ulik is, if he decides to follow through with that Thanos move, then
Thanos portals himself back towards that hammer and grabs it. Nicely done, Nibe. Thanos with 2 hammers, Lizard and Kingpin with 1 hammer each.
Mm-hmm.
Wong is holding this point and is pretty safe there, despite being injured and on a 1 hit point. We've got Mordo and Lizard still to go. So now Polar, I thought, made a little blunder in that when he moved him back, he moved him all the way far away back. So he can't get to Mordo, but it looks like maybe that was his plan all along, because now he's moving him even further back to within 1 of the point.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why. I assume he wants to be as far away from Mordo and Thanos as possible, but I know for a fact that medium base and range 4 does not get you close enough to attacking Lizard without leaving the point.
Well, Baron Mordo decided to heal himself with the console and call it a day there as well. So that leaves us with 2 hammers apiece and 2 points apiece. So
yeah,
Nibe
4-4.
Nibe stays ahead by 1 point by virtue of his last round.
Yep. So if Ulik can get in a Hail Mary early activation here and take out either Strange or Thanos, then it's not looking too bad for the criminals. But Nibe only has 4 points left to go to reach 16, so it will be a very important round here for sure.
So who's got prio now? It's Polar. Very important.
Polar, yeah.
Crucial priority here.
For sure.
And a crucial first move. Looks like he's going to...
And Kingpin also is quite heavily damaged. I'm not sure if Ulik is within 2. Perhaps that it could be an idea to spend a couple of power on patch up.
Mm-hmm.
He's certainly looking at getting to Thanos there.
Oh, he clears the dumpster. That was crucial. Nicely done. Boom.
Yep. Okay. Now it's going to come down to some really important dice rolls. I think Shadow Organization on Kingpin here wouldn't have been such a bad idea, I think.
Okay, Ulik rolls another crap roll.
That's not gonna cut it. That's not gonna do it at all.
Nope. I don't think he has enough for his spender either.
He has enough to throw the Daily Bugle into either Thanos or Strange. He goes for Thanos again. So 3, that's not enough. It's not going to do it. That's only going to do 1 damage.
Ugh, that is
He
annoying.
needs those hammers. That's...
Yeah. Against Thanos, yes. So he could throw a building.
That he can. He needs to do 2 damage.
Now that building is size 3, so this is 4 hits rather, going into Thanos. He's got great saves though, and damage reduction. Oof. He's got to really blow it.
Yep. It's gonna be a big one. But first, a push.
Interesting. Push is from the attack. He rolled a wild, so he gets to push him any direction. And why do you think he moved him there?
Not sure, actually. Maybe to just have him be farther away from the other parts of the table.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Here comes the all-important dodge roll.
All right, 4 hit points. He needs to do effectively 3 to deal.
If Thanos doesn't go down here, I'm having a hard time seeing.
Oof.
Yep.
Oof. He missed it by 1.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
That was crucial. I think that might even be game winning.
Oh, that is annoying. Wow. Wow.
Now Thanos, all he needs to do is do 1 damage to Kingpin, and then he will have secured the 4 points he needs to win.
All right, let's see what he does. But I'd imagine, it's going to have Strange do the dirty. Let's see. That seems like it's within 4.
I mean, Thanos with 2 hammers is probably a more secure option.
Yeah, he's doing the spender though. It's range 5. Doesn't have to move them all. Oh, range 3. No, should be 5, right? He just spent it. You said it was range 5, right? The spender.
Yeah. But he.
Oh, he's doing
teleported
his teleport. Yeah. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. Yep, into Kingpin, with Thanos giving him a boost.
Yep, and that's going to be 4 dice now since Strange is on his injured side.
Oh God.
Highly likely to succeed.
How many dice is it now?
It's gonna be 9 dice.
Okay. Oh, he has no hammers anymore. Okay, so 9 dice.
No.
There you go. Casual 6 hits, including a crit.
That'll do it.
Which means he loses a hammer as well.
Yep. Here's to our fallen crime lord.
Oh, what are you having tonight?
I'm having Lafroig Quarter Cask.
Ooh, okay. Yes, I've had it. Strange going into Ulik then for the second attack.
Yep. This is not really affecting anything. It's just casual damage being done. Because I do in no way, shape, or form see Polar winning this now.
Yeah.
This game is going to end after this round because Nibe has hit the 4 points he needs to go to 16 right there in the bottom part of the table.
Yep.
So he doesn't even need Mordo to stay alive.
Yep. Yep. So Ulik, I think maybe took nothing, maybe 1.
So all these moves are simply for playing the game out. Polar maximizing his score for shits and giggles, I suppose.
Yeah.
Maybe they decided to call it now.
Yeah, maybe.
I suppose Polar passed, and then Wong moved away.
Oh, yeah. Good point. So Wong healed himself, and also and the console. So he's down to 0. He's at 0 out of 4 hit points. Damaged. Yeah. So Polar's just gonna have Bullseye and Lizard hold their points, and that's, I think, gonna be game. Let's see. All right. I think. Oh no. Are they counting up the points now? Or now it's Bullseye doing something? Wikimart is asking how often can a game get turned around in MCP if you're, like, say, doing poorly. I would say highly likely. You never
Oh.
forfeit a game of MCP because it's how wildly it can swing, right?
Absolutely. Just go back and look at some of our previously streamed games. I highly recommend the final of season 9, where which was a game between Pat Dunford and Susumu Kaso, and that game swinged back and forth so many times.
Yep.
That it was almost ridiculous. It was we managed to call both players the likely winner at several occasions. It was a fantastic game to comment, and a fantastic game to watch.
Yeah.
So highly recommend that.
So Wikimart, I have a YouTube channel called Dr. Norbert Games. So Dr. Norbert Games. Go check it out. You can watch that replay there for season 9. And that's it. We are at 17 points to 14, and that's the game. So let's go head over and talk to the players. Why don't we, Huggy Bear?
Let's do that.
Okay, see you there. All right, hanging up on Huggy Bear. Good call experience. Thank you, Discord. And over to the channel. Let's see where they are. Whew, that is a blitz game.
Hello.
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 Thank you, everybody, for a wonderful game. My goodness, the two of you were you worried about clock? Is that why we were speeding through that game so quickly?
No, actually, Victor started playing quickly, and it just felt really fun. So I tried to match his pace at times. I didn't really. He was quicker than I was. But the game is more fun when things run at a decent pace.
Oh, for sure. This was a fantastic game. I mean, it was the most compact excitement game of MCP I've seen in a long time. So congratulations to you both. Let's start with Polar tonight. Polar, you won the priority role. Why did you decide to go with your secures?
Mostly because I thought Kingpin would stand stronger, trying to score points fast against his murder list with Thanos and Convocation generally.
Mm-hmm.
So my secures would be better than one of his page flips, which were swords and one more, I think.
Okay. And yeah, so it makes sense. You don't want the pay to flips, but why do you like the D shape for criminals?
Because, for example, Lizard can just heal, he can test someone and just throws them away. And Bullseye scores a 3 point pretty much every turn. Sometimes he goes out, shoots somebody, goes back. And you can heavily stack one side with Kingpin and Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
Usually that can do something. But, yeah, I like the D shape because it's kind of split up. You can't have all your forces in one place, except this time it actually worked, but yeah.
Okay.
Did you at any point consider going with Shadowland Daredevil as a leader?
Yes. But it quickly did not work because I figured he would probably deal more damage with me with Thanos that can just boost everybody's attack and hammers. So going points quickly was like the chance to win.
Gotcha.
I saw, but possibly it could have been better. Yeah.
How do you feel about 18 threat versus the 17 threat that could have been played?
At this matchup, I would rather have 17 threat, because I could take Shadowland Daredevil over Lizard and Bullseye.
Ah, okay. So that would have been your plan otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, so let's turn it over to Nibe then. What drove you to choose 18 points?
Thanos.
You just-
I love this squad.
this is your one of your ideal builds, is it?
One of them, yeah. So if at 17, I don't know what I would have chosen. Either Red Skull and some other things, or perhaps just switch Thanos for Malekith.
Okay, got
That's
it.
interesting because we discussed that when you revealed your squads that um, Doctor Strange and Thanos are certainly very powerful and very impactful, but then you have Wong and Mordo that don't really pull their weight attrition wise. So, are you do you not feel like you are in the danger of having a slight support bloat?
At times, but Wong giving out a power here, healing some there, and then he's good enough. He's a 2. Mordo, I like him. The more I hated him when I started playing Convocation. The more I play Convocation, the more I add him because he does most things. He's not just support. He does good shit.
Yeah, I agree with you about Mortem.
This time he got severely punished for a bit by Ulick, and then he decided to run off to live. So he didn't do anything, but that was enough.
Standing on a point is also contributing.
Yeah.
All right, back to Polar. What was your game plan coming out there? We kind of guessed that you were looking to score quickly in this game to try to win it. Is that your plan?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
No, go. Please elaborate.
The plan was generally to go Kingpin on Rhino on one side, the side with a bunch of terrain. So, because Rhino can only throw terrain, except this is robbery. So they fit there, and then Lizard and Ulick on the other side throwing people off.
Right.
But
Okay, and we were curious about how you used this as a robbery. You came over, you got really lucky, got all the cubes. You decided though to not toss Strange far away, which is an often thing, and to try to run away. Instead, you moved him closer and stood there, and I think that cost you because you gave people a lot of opportunities to attack you. What was your thinking about that move?
I wanted to get damage through, maybe try to kill him.
Mm-hmm. So just relying on your dice to try to wipe him out and then be super on top of the game there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it worked, it would have been great, but he had power to do the Scalpel of Strange anyways, so placing himself, and he didn't need the power for anything else. Anyways.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Good. Huggy, you have any more questions for Polar, Victor?
I have, well, I sort of have a question for both of you, and that is, who of you guys do you think was feeling most confident after round 1? Because it was you drew on points, but I think that Polar managed to get some really good positioning with your characters. But then again, Nibe also managed to bunch his killy people together on his left flank, and well, we know what happened then. But at that point, were you like both happy with how things turned out round 1, or were you disappointed in some way?
I was clenching my butt cheeks. Ulick was an obvious problem, but there were too many problems on the flank where everything was. So while I felt good about scoring 4-4 against Criminal on the first round, I knew that shit was about to get real. So I wasn't feeling confident at all at that point.
Yeah. What was your general game plan starting out the game?
Basically this. Get parity, choose a flank, and then murder things.
But what happens? So I guess you chose the flank well because there are a lot of high value characters on this side. But I find sometimes that plan backfires because then you've got a lot of your people down on one side of the board and they can't get to the other side before the game is over. Does that happen?
No. In a word, no. Most of the, all the way from vaulting boots of Valtor on Mordo to everything that Thanos does and Scalpel of Strange on Strange means that I can get places.
I see. Okay, cool. Yeah, and we saw
And
that.
also, when I really need to run, I have the only card I didn't play yet, Book of Cagliostro, for an extra activation to run somewhere else as well.
Got it. Cool. Okay, so your plan was to go to one flank. You chose this flank here, I suppose, because there's a lot of high-value characters there. Were you in trouble then when Thanos was getting mighty low on hit points?
Yes. But on the other hand, when he has Rhino, Kingpin, Ulick, and Bullseye just never missing, I will take a lot of damage. So I was happy we were on Riot, so I could heal a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, good point. Okay. Huggy, what do you got for Nicholas?
Well, basically, what you've already mentioned a little bit, but how did you feel when Ulick managed to put the activated token on Thanos first thing round 2?
I felt that this would be a quick game with me losing.
Yeah.
But then Ulick proceeded to do absolutely nothing for 2 rounds, which saved me.
Yeah.
I thought I was probably doomed at that point.
Polar, it was really a shame. I think there's so many things went your way between Rhino's activation and then amazing Ulick of activation, but it just seemed like for every advantage you got, you just couldn't close the deal subsequently. Is that how it felt?
Yeah, pretty much. Ulick just missing a lot afterwards, putting the activated token on Thanos was not a good day for Ulick.
Yeah. And it was amazing, though, that moment where you threw the building into Thanos. There was that slim chance that he could flub those dodge rolls and came just one short of having you live the dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's MCP for you.
Yes, it is.
All right. So, Victor, unfortunately, this is an elimination set of rounds here in the finals of Season X. So we're going to have to say goodbye. I think it is amazing how well you've done this season and how well you did here in this particular game. So I hope you've been enjoying your time in Season X.
Yeah, I definitely have.
Fantastic. Yep. You want to give a shout out about your local meta?
I am very confused. I have no idea what you meant there.
What I meant is who do you typically game with? What club or area that you game with typically that people can meet you?
I don't know. I wouldn't say like I have a typical place. I play a lot with my dad, but
oh, okay.
That.
Are you guys going to the big 2-day event happening in Malmo shortly?
No, we are not.
Oh, that's a real shame. Oh well. I hope you enjoy playing virtually anyway. And are you going to be playing in any of the following leagues?
Yeah, probably am.
Fantastic. Be good to see you again. I know that the Danes were all rooting for you, so I'm sure they'd like to see you playing again. Okay, and that leads us to Nibe. Congratulations to you. You get to progress into the Sweet 16. Were you expecting to be here this season? Were you really gunning for it, or is this just a happy occurrence?
I was hoping for it, not expecting it. So it's a happy occurrence, but for once I had almost practiced a bit, so that's more than awesome.
Amazing. Good for you. And I know you are going to be at the big event in Malmo. You're going to take the ride down from Stockholm, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And Huggy Bear, is that in like 2 weeks' time? A week's?
No,
It's this weekend.
it's this upcoming weekend.
Oh, exciting. Oh, can't wait to
Yeah,
hear all about
it's
it.
Great.
Tickets are still available for it if you happen to fancy going to Malmo for any reason. They have a 2-day event going on. The Swedes put on a very nicely organized event based on my experience from War Machine days. So I would encourage you to go if you can make it this weekend.
Yes,
Sure,
would
we'll
be.
be glad to have you.
Great. So with that, Huggy Bear, any final words?
Just a big thank you for the game. One of the very best ones so far this season, and I'm looking forward to more of them.
At least, if nothing else, one of the absolutely best ones in the Season X finals so far.
Yeah, considering it's the first one.
Yep.
You're doing great.
Let's go for the short things.
But I agree. What a cracker to open up the finals leagues for Season X. So thank you for that amazing game. Thank you to everybody in the chat. We had a lot of first-time chatters. Wonderful to see you. A lot of old timers too, talking about things and helping us follow along with the game. Lovely to have you all. And so with that, this is Dr. Norbert saying good night to you all, and see you hopefully next week.
Good night, everyone.